Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to Posh Cats Camping. Well, we've travelled up to Great Yarmouth this morning and we're at Simpsons Motorhomes, one of my favourite spots, and it's almost the new season. We're in March 2020 now and everybody's getting excited about the new motorhome season. We're going to have a little look around one or two used motorhomes this morning. I'm looking for value, I'm looking for a nice clean motorhome, and I'm surrounded in them. So let's take a look. I'm going to do some motorhome comparisons, and I'm in the second-hand or the used market, and like I say, we're going to compare two similar motorhomes and see what we come up with. Let's take a look. Well, let's start off with a Chausson, and it's a 2017 Chausson, so it's 3 years old, and to me this looks a pretty clean looking motorhome. It's got a price tag on it of £43,000. Let's have a little look inside and look at some of the details. Model is a 638EB, and to get into the unit we do have to go round to the opposite side to wood because there's a Continental van. Without further ado, let's go and have a look. Okay, quite a nice low-line chassis there, not too high to step into, and as soon as we enter into the van, recognise we're in a Ford Transit chassis here. All looks very nice. I'll check out the mileage on the website for you and put that on screen, and a few other details as we go along. As you can see, there's a lovely overcab window and storage space, and immediately I know we all like to see these USB points right above the dining area here for all your gadgets. So we're off to a flying start. Now I can see above my head here there is a drop down unit. I'm sure that's a bed. It looks like it might be a single. That's certainly a drop down unit there, but still remaining plenty of head height and a nice little dining area. And it's got a half leather and half cloth seats. The two front seats will swivel. Quite a nice curtain for privacy. And up tucked away in the corner here we've got the solar controller, which is flashing away there. Let's go towards the kitchen, and the little galley here, all very compact but looks very neat and tidy. Nice deep stainless steel round sink, and I imagine there's two gas burners. Yeah, there we are, two gas burners, very adequate for a van of this size. And in the kitchen here we've got a nice cupboard with a drawer here for your cutlery on a soft close. It's rather nice. And then a cupboard below, a little grill, oven grill, which is typical of this type of van, and then a slide out, which looks like that's a nice little preparation area. That's interesting, rather than a drawer. That's quite useful. Just click that shut. Now there's a sliding door here I can see immediately to separate the bedroom from the front of the van, which is quite a good idea to give you privacy if one wants to go to bed and the other doesn't. Fridge is just here, and that's a nice tall slimline fridge. Plenty of room in that to get all your groceries and things in, with a separate freezer box inside there. And above the fridge is some more storage. Oh, I didn't mention is that above the kitchen there's a lovely a split into four, but there's a nice cupboard above there, which you can put all your plates and things in. Coming around into the washroom area. The washroom is an ensuite bedroom arrangement. There is a sliding door here which we can separate, and that will slide round like so. So make a nice shower cubicle. I'll just swing that open again. And inside there you've got your duck board, which is a wet room arrangement really. Nice window for ventilation, and a nice round sink, and just the one little cupboard at the top for your lotions and potions, but quite a significant cupboard, plenty of room in there, and a little skylight in the top also for ventilation. It looks like there's another screen here that can pull across to prevent the sink and window from getting wet when you're showering, and the shower unit is there. Yeah, quite a nice arrangement. And then the rear end of the van is your double island bed. Now this is not too high, because I noticed before we came in there is a garage, but so the little step up to the side to help you climb into bed, and then to each side there's a wardrobe. I'm going to sneak round to this side. Nice wardrobe there, shaped, but plenty of room at the top there to get your shirts and your jacket in there if you so desire. And a couple of lights there. And over on the top corner there I noticed there's a TV point with power point as well, so that you could have a TV on the wall there at bedtime. There's a nice roof light over the bed. There's one also just above the galley in the middle of the van, and all together quite a compact van, really quite nice. Nice little pockets in here for putting your various things whilst you're driving. Very neat. Let's have a little look round the outside of the van. And as I close the door of the Chausson, we've found there's a little seat there on the entrance, and there's a nice window in the door, which I always like. Just going to give that a bit of a slam. Yeah. And gas locker just there. The vents for the fridge, of course, and then the garage. Now we could see from the inside where the bed was slightly raised that the garage door is quite a good sized garage, and there's a nice canopy, fold out canopy as well, fitted to this particular van. Cycle rack, reversing camera at the top, all very handy. And walking down this side again, another door to the garage. From this side we've got the boiler, Truma boiler outlet, the toilet emptying, and then another locker here, which is from the under the dining room area. All together a nice looking van. I'm going to compare the Chausson with this van here. It's a Bailey Autograph, the Approach Autograph, and it's a 2016 model. It's roughly the same length and just a little bit older, and the asking price for this one's just a little less at £41,000. And again, a very smart, clean motorhome. Going to take a look inside, and again a window in the door, we like that. And stepping inside is a bin rather than just the shelves on this one, and the habitation door is on the curbside on this one. This is built in the UK, and we step straight in and have a little look at the cab. We're on a Peugeot this time, the Peugeot diesel. There's one thing I noticed on this one, instead of having the cup holders down here, there's an extra little glove box for storage. Some people like the cup holders, some people like the storage, so you take your choice on that. Again, similarly, a nice over cab window which opens with blinds, and some storage cubby holes to each side over the cab. Quite nice seats, all good and clean. I'll put the mileage up on screen and a few other technical details as we go along. Some nice coat hangers as you come in the door. All these little details, they all make sense once you start using the motorhome. And scanning around now, coming into the galley or the kitchen. First thing that strikes me about this van is the space. There's lots of room compared with the other one. A nice little fridge, good size, plenty adequate enough for this size van. Again, a nice deep stainless steel sink. This time we're looking at a standalone oven and hob, and these are typical of the UK built vans, with 3 gas burners and 1 electric. So you can do all your home cooking in your motorhome. With this one you get a separate grill and a separate oven, and then right at the bottom there's storage for your pans. And let's have a look and see what sort of storage we've got here. Yep, ideal little drawer there for your cutlery, and another little cupboard here with drawers. Again, that's quite nice, that you can sliding drawers that you can fill with all your tins and various other things. And then of course the fridge that we've already spoken about. Above we've got some cupboards here with a Perspex fronts, which is quite nice. All LED lighting in these. You can see the LEDs here. Difficult to demonstrate LEDs in daylight because they do give this soft comfort lighting. Excellent cupboards above the kitchen in this one for all your plates and your cornflakes. And then hiding away under this one, I notice there's a nice microwave, which we didn't have in the previous van. You either love them or hate them. And right at the top there is some more storage for those things that you want to tuck away up high that you don't frequently use. So that's the galley, the kitchen. Just turning to my left again now, and I'm looking at a big open C-shaped lounge. Now this it's one of the things we've commented on of late. Sue and I quite like the rear lounge because you get these panoramic views. There's 3 lovely big windows, and don't worry, they're all got blinds, so we can shut down the blinds with fly screens, or we can have blackout blinds, and they're built so that you can have half and half if you want to as well in the warmer weather, so you can keep daylight coming in and keep the bugs out. Very nice, all cassette, all built in. With this is one thing to look at, you know, the blinds are all enclosed. Very nice indeed. Okay, that's enough about blinds, but I do like them. That's one of the features that not all vans have. Some open shelving, but mainly we've got these Bailey are very good at putting in big lockers, and there's lots of space in here. Now don't forget, you're going to have to with this particular van, I'm not going to open every locker, but you get the idea. With this particular van you're going to need to store your bedding somewhere, because this, where I'm standing now, is your double bed, and it's a lovely big double bed. There's lots of room for sleeping here, with your TV as well in the lounge stroke bedroom, and there's your loudspeakers. No doubt there's going to be a radio and audio player in the unit as well. Down here we've got 12-volt socket, two 30-volt sockets, that's your mains, and also they've had some USBs fitted in the corner there, which is again very useful, and no doubt this is where your TV could sit. And there's also a wall bracket as well, so you've got lots of choice. Next to that, a nice wardrobe. Now this has the comfort of Alder wet heating, and that is the reservoir for the heating in the wardrobe. It's the usual place for it, and that is to me very nice indeed. And flashing away again, the solar controller, so we know that there's some solar capacity as well on the roof. One last thing to look at then on this van, and that's the washroom. Let's have a look. Now this, surprisingly spacious, I think. Got the Alder radiator, as you expect. Quite a nice little basin. There's no window in here, but that's compensated of course by a pop-up roof light for ventilation, and it gives you more space for some wall shelves. And there are carpets in here which are folded up, but as you can see, it's a reasonable size shower and door that you can pull across. So the shower is separate, it's not a wet room, this one. And to me, again, that is a plus. The usual electric flush toilet, and there's a little vanity unit here with some cupboards in for all your gadgets, your lotions and potions, as we say. Okay, and that is about it for the washroom. Now, just because I'm nosy, I thought I'd have a look under these access traps. There's 2 floor traps here, one for the leisure battery, and there is capacity there for a second battery if you wanted to take up that option, and another trap in the floor for the fresh water, and that's for cleaning and so on. And nice to be able to get to those, although you would fill up that freshwater tank from outside the van. Another cupboard I found here underneath the TV point. I found another cupboard, and another little trap in the floor for storage as well, and some more storage under here, under the bed of course, where it's very likely it's where you keep your bedding. Now there's a step up into the cab here, as you can see. It's quite a tall step, but I was being a bit nosy and seeing what was in here. Quite a nice little shoe cupboard there. A couple of pairs of shoes in there. Not big enough to fit your wellies in, but certainly a pair of training shoes or walking shoes. Rather nice. Let's have a look on the outside. And above there is a nice open out canopy. Now the Bailey is a nice clean looking van. There's your outside electric hookup. No alloy wheels on this one. Nice bike rack, and there's a reversing camera fitted. As I say, it's a 2016 model, this one. And round to this side we've got the Aldi boiler outlet, so the boiler is clearly under the bed. This is where your water is fed from, and then you've got a TV point here, your gas locker for your LPG, your toilet emptying point, and pink flush. So slightly different arrangement, but all looking pretty good to me. It's the Bailey autograph. Approach. Well, I hope you like that look around 2 motorhomes from Simpsons of Great Yarmouth. Our thanks go out to Simpsons for allowing us to film and providing us some nice tea and coffee along the day whilst our motorhome is being serviced. So we do really appreciate it. Until next time, bye bye for now.